Hey guys, I'm Minister James Monson. We're back. I truly hope that you are learning something from our continuing education series, where we're taking time out to go word by word, line by line, and cover every book in the New Testament. And we are in the book of Luke, and we're in chapter 6. We're going to cover verses 43 through 45. This one is entitled "Jesus Teaches About Fruit in People's Lives." All right, so hopefully these things are helping you. This one's going to be pretty short, so don't worry. I mean, I'm glad for the short ones. I'm glad for the medium ones. I'm glad for the long ones. I just hope and pray that you're actually being able to learn something from all of it. All right, so it's not about how long it is, and the other thing is, it's not about how fast you go through these things either. Understand. Take your time. It's a quality thing, not a quantity thing, okay? It needs to add quality to your life. So take your time and go through these lessons. The videos will be there when you're ready for them. All right. Here we go. With a couple of proverbs derived from the agricultural setting of ancient Israel, Jesus showed his audience by hypocritically judging others is foolish. Just as a good tree will eventually bear good fruit, so a person's heart will eventually bear fruit. A good heart producing good works, and an evil heart bringing forth evil. Everyone's heart will eventually be exposed for what it is, and a strong indicator of the character of a person's heart is what one says. All right. So here we go, verses 43 through 45. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, neither doth a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit. For every tree is known by his own fruit. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh. All right, and this is why what you eat don't defile you. It's out of the abundance of the heart. It's what determines what defiles you or not. All right, so here we go. You know, for those of you who have watched any of the other videos, you know that's a big thing for me. All right, so verses 43 through 45. Figs and grapes were two of the main agricultural products of Israel. A person knows a tree by its fruit. A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and likewise a bad tree cannot produce good fruit. Claims are easier to make or fake than results. Even Jesus's claims would have been ludicrous if he hadn't backed them up with results. He pointed out that the principle applies universally. You can tell a lot about a tree from its fruit. Jesus warned that people are like trees. Examine their fruit closely. Jesus reminded his listeners that their deeds and speech, basically what they say, would reveal their true underlying beliefs, attitudes, and motivations. The good impressions people try to make cannot last if their hearts are deceptive. What is in their heart will come out in a person's speech and behavior. Yes, and that's where the true person lies, is what resides in their heart. What do they speak? What do they, and even if they're speaking lies, then you know that they have a deceitful heart. And we'll get into some other things later about that, but yes, this is a very straight to the point. Jesus hits a nail on the head. It's like, look, a bad tree can't produce good fruit. No matter how much they try to fake it, the fruit is not good, and a good tree is not going to produce bad fruit. It's just not. It's not built that way. And so when it comes to people, you know, a good heart is not going to sit there and produce bad deeds, and a bad heart is not going to produce good deeds without that intent, and that intent intends to corrupt it. All right, so take the time, go back, reread the scriptures. You know, make sure you understand what Jesus is saying here, and that you get a full grasp of it before you move forward. And then once you do, ask God, hey, how can I apply that to my life? Am I producing good fruit, or am I producing bad fruit? If I'm producing bad fruit, Father, help me, cultivate me, replant it, break down this old stony heart and make it fertile ground so that I can start producing good fruit. All right. Until next time, God bless you. God keep you, and always keep studying.